Welcome back. My name is Dr. Carl Baird, and I wanted to start this video by letting everybody know that I've officially joined the 40 Plus Club. So a few weeks ago, I had my birthday where I turned 40, which means I've finally reached the demographic of people that I help here with my videos and here in my clinic, which is adults over 40. And so one of the things I've noticed over the past couple of years as I've gotten older is that my body really doesn't like to do a lot of the heavy lifting that I did when I was younger, when I was doing heavy squats and heavy deadlifts and heavy lunges. What I found is as I got older, a lot of times when I did a lot of weight, it would just make me feel more tired and more sore the next day. And what I really want for my strength training routine is to feel good and remain functional. And so that's where I switched to more calisthenic workouts over the last few years. And one of the things that I really like about calisthenics that I didn't know before is one, even though it's just body weight resistance, it's very challenging. And two, it's great for your joints. And so as you get older, those are some of the key things that you're looking for with the strength training routine is something that's going to keep you functional and something that's not going to aggravate your joints. So in today's video, what I wanted to do is show you 6 of my favorite calisthenic workouts that I use in my personal workout, and you can add into yours. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's get right into it. The first exercise is the lunge. So if you watch this channel, you know that I prefer the reverse lunge to the forward lunge just because it's a little bit more safe for your knee. So if you're having some knee pain, having some knee stiffness, go with the reverse lunge to perform. It's really easy. All you do, take a step back, drop that back knee in a controlled manner, press up off the front leg to return to that starting position, drop the back knee, press up off the front leg. So easy enough. If you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, I like to do the front foot elevated reverse lunge. So you take a block, put your front foot on that block, and then do that reverse lunge. And this allows you to get a little bit more hip mobility in combination with the strength from the reverse lunge. So there you have it. That is the lunge. The second exercise is a simple body weight squat. So to perform this, again, I start by finding the right foot position. Now, if you're somebody that's dealing with a little bit of knee pain, or maybe you're just not quite as mobile like myself, I like to start by sending my hips back and then squatting down. But if you're not having any knee symptoms and your mobility is feeling pretty good, if you want to start by unlocking the knees and sinking all the way down, you can do that as well. Another variation that I like, just because I do struggle a little bit with the hip mobility to get that full range of motion in the squat, is using a slant board to raise up my heels. And so that allows me, when I do the squat, to get my hips all the way down so I can get full hip range of motion, full knee range of motion, which is really helpful to build strength in these functional positions for less joint pain, and then you can just stand back up. So if you have a slant board or a way to just raise those heels up, a great variation for those that struggle with mobility. Next, we have the push-up, which is a great way to build upper body strength. So to perform this exercise, we start in the push-up position on the ground. And again, find our hand position is the most important part. What you really want to avoid is doing one of these wide hand positions. That's going to cause your shoulders to internally rotate and cause shoulder pain. So keep those hands right on the outside of your shoulders, close to the body. Keep your elbows tucked, toes on the ground, and then from there, all you do is press up and do push-ups. Now again, this is going to be something might be difficult to do right off the bat, so there's a couple regressions. You can start with a knee push-up. So instead of on my toes, I'm now on my knees and performing a push-up. This is a great way to build strength. If even that is too difficult, you can start with an incline push-up where you get a bench. You do a push-up on a bench, or even move to the wall to start, the easiest variation that almost everybody can do. If you're going to be performing push-ups, it's important that you include some sort of row variation to help balance out all that strengthening in the front of the chest, just because we spend most of the day here anyway. We really want to make sure we target the back. And that's why I like these ring rows, or you can use a TRX band I have behind me as well. And to perform, you just start on the ground. Start by pressing your feet so my hips are in the air and I'm hanging from my arms right here. And then from there, all I'm going to do is pull straight up. So again, now I'm targeting my upper body, but more in the backside to balance out all that work we did in the front with the push-ups. The next exercise we have is the pull-up, a really great exercise for anybody over 40 to strive for or to be able to do. So to perform this one, you'll obviously need a pull-up bar. Now the pull-ups that I like to do are the wide grip pull-ups. So I put my hands wide and I do an overhand grip on the bar. So I'm not doing a chin up where my hands are turned in and closer to my body like this. So I keep my hands wide so I can really work on strengthening this big lat muscle on the side. And then from there, you start with your weight all the way down and simply pull up. Now, obviously, a full pull-up is going to be hard for a lot of people to do right off the bat. So one way to work up to that is with resistance bands. So all you need to do is get these functional fitness resistance band. This black one, I think, is like 35 to 55 pounds, which means it provides that amount of resistance to help pull you back up. So how I do it, I hook it on the bar, pull the band down just so it doesn't snap in my face, put my foot through the band, stretch it all the way out, and then perform that same pull-up. And when you have that band, you can see the pull-up becomes a lot easier. So the goal is, again, to start with as much help as you need and then slowly take it down as you start to become stronger with the pull-up. So next we're moving on to L-sits. So I wanted to pick a core exercise. And again, planks and side planks are all by definition calisthenic exercises. But one that I've added into my routine that I really like is called the L-sit. So to perform this, you need these parallel bars. And what you're going to do is straighten the arms, get your heels on the ground, and then from there, what I'm going to do is just lift my heels off the ground and hold this L position for as long as you can. So what I really like about this exercise, one, it's an upper body strength exercise. I really feel it in my arms and my shoulders to hold it in place. It works the lower part of your core, your lower abs, which is a hard place to target. And it also works your side abs, these muscles that we don't use a lot that are really important to help protect your spine. So that's why I really like the L-sit. It's also just a really fun challenge. So there you have it. There's 6 of my favorite calisthenic exercises for adults over 40 who might be dealing with a little bit of joint pain. These are safe and effective. So just a reminder before I go that as you get older, it's really important that the exercises you're picking are ones that make you feel good and help you remain functional. And so what that might mean is you don't need to do as heavy of weights as you did in the past, but focus on things that are going to help you do what you want to do in the real world. And calisthenics check a lot of those boxes, which is why I've really added them into my routine as I've gotten older and officially turned 40. So again, thanks so much for watching. My name is Dr. Carl Baird. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below.